Good morning.
Today we are going to take you along on all the chores we have to do all day.
It's around 8 in the morning right now, and we're going to do the first thing of the day, and that's let the dogs out of the barn into their pens so they can run around and poop and pee and everything just before we even have breakfast.
Then breakfast. Breakfast is done, so now we're gonna feed the dogs. Sometimes if the dogs aren't behaving, like their energy isn't right or they're just nagging and barking, you have to make sure that they sit and wait for their food, that they only take it when you allow them to, and then they can go eat. Now we're finished with the food, and it takes if they're good on their behavior, it takes 20 minutes, maybe even a little bit less. But this morning it took 40 minutes because they were all acting like little brats. Now we're done, and we're gonna go and feed the inside dogs, but we're gonna take Sarge to the grooming salon because on some days the dogs need to be groomed, and there are 30 of them, so every other day or something. Let's go. Okay.
Not all dogs can handle their food as well, so they get just a regular old kip. This one's on a diet, so a little bit less.
It's delicious.
So at the moment, Lila is washing Sarge. I'm going to do the chores inside the barn. We're gonna split up because washing the dogs takes a lot of time. So I'm going to go inside and do the inside chores. There are a couple of chores you have to do with the outside dogs. The first one is scooping poop. Scooping the poop can take a lot of effort because there are more than 20 dogs, I think 22 dogs outside, and they poop after each meal and in between, and we feed them 2 times a day, so that's at least about 50 poops each day. Let's get going. After that one, we usually go and wash the dishes. They have to be washed real carefully because most of the time the dogs eat raw chicken, and we need to get all the bacteria out of there for the next time they will eat. So it's a meticulous job. Dishes, Mac. After that, we have to do the one that takes the most time, and that's clean out all of the buckets, which means dumping them. And we dump them outside so it doesn't get too wet in the kennels. And then we have to clean them, gather them, and fill them up again and put them in all of the kennels. And I think it's 20 plus buckets, so that usually takes a lot of time. And after you have done that 22 times, we go next to the barn and we go
Scoop some more spoop. And then we might have lunch. I just finished washing and grooming Sarge. Most of them don't mind it because they get washed like more frequently, but Sarge really doesn't like having a bath. And he screams and everything, and the entire shop was wet. He throws a hissy fit and Sarge.
That's the first wheelbarrow full of poop. And you gotta scoop some more poop. So while Lila's doing the very, very last scoop of poop, we are done with our chores, the outside barn, and we gave the inside dogs their food, their breakfast. We're just gonna get some hay for the horses and then we're gonna have lunch.
And after that, we're going to wash fries.
This is one of the things I really like about working on a barn. You just go to get some hay and there's a little abandoned bird's nest. Look at how cute it is. Molly! There you go, Molly. Good girl. We just had a little impromptu photo session with Spritey and Sargi. Because they have just been cleaned and they will be cleaned for about 5 minutes. And that's why there was a photo session. And I like taking photos. Finally finished with Spritey and Sarge.
Niels made some pictures, and now we're almost up to the last few chores of the day. We're walking the inside dogs, and after that we're going to feed the barn dogs and then put them to bed.
Let's go! Second run with Troy and Chip.
So now we're going to try the half blind one and the completely blind one. I'm not doing it this time.
And you did it right from the start. And you did it right from the start.
Oh, okay, good save. Good save.
Missing someone is as normal. Missing someone.
Just feed in the bush.